Hey everyone, welcome to the Withering Effect, episode 164. Today's date is November 22nd, 2022, and I am Duds or Duds Versus, known to the rest of the interwebs.
And I'm Jimbo. You may know me as Jimbo Slice 23. So what have you been up to this week, Duds?
Finding an eyelash. I realized halfway through that sentence, you're going to hear me lisp some words, and it's because an eyelash fell in my eye in the middle of reading that. Now I can't get it out. Oh God.
We'll get it out. We got a show to do. You got to get it out of there.
I was going to say, we're professionals, and I'm like, no, we're not. We are not professionals at all.
You'd expect something like this from non-professionals.
You should expect something like this from non-professionals.
Mm-hmm.
But I have Minecraft stuff. So as of writing the notes, I played Minecraft for the first time in like 2 weeks. Like really played Minecraft. Didn't just hang around in creative and try to force myself to design something I don't like. That was kind of fun. It wasn't like building per se. I did maintenance work. So I hopped on single player, realized my slime farm had a lighting glitch that was allowing skeletons and zombies to spawn, which were then attacking my iron golems in the farm and killing them.
Huh.
This is what I find really strange. The slime farm didn't do this before. Then we get the light update, which means it should have taken less torches to light up the area. But instead, I had to go down there and put more torches. And it was only the bottom layer. Every other layer is fine, but there's some kind of weird light glitch. So I went down there, lit the bottom platform up, respawned 2 golems, repaired one of the other golems that was pretty injured, did stuff like that. I got the bright idea that I was tired of eating steak. For some reason, my steak farm in my single player world is not very effective anymore. Like I used to be able to breed all of the cows. There's like 20 something cows in this hole, whatever the max entity cramming is. And so I'd still get like 12 to 15 steaks at a time, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I can't get more than like 6 at a time, which is really stressful. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get golden carrots. I have a villager right there that is a farmer, and I know they trade golden carrots.
Right.
Because I'm talking about the farmer in my wheat farm I just built in my last episode. So I spend all this time trading with this guy just to unlock golden carrots, and I get them unlocked. I'm like, yes. And then I realize he's not working. I'm like, what the heck? And I go, you dummy. You locked the workstation so he couldn't work because that's what kills the wheat farm. So I've unlocked this guy all the way to golden carrots, but I can no longer replenish the golden carrot trade.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I felt like an idiot. Spent like 25 minutes unlocking this stupid villager with all of my little farms that I have. I did some maintenance to my creeper farm. That doesn't get shown a lot because it's really far off camera, but it did do an episode on it. Really nice farm by Logical Geek Boy. It had a couple little things that were needing fixed. But other than that farm, like it pumps out a double chest in an hour.
Oh, nice.
It's insane, which is way more than I need for my single player world.
Yeah.
Did that, cleaned up my moss farm, just little maintenance things I really enjoyed. And it wasn't enough to make a video, but it was enough to get me back into the Minecraft process. That being said, today, I started to get the itch to design a room, and I had the idea for a villager breeding room. Yeah, I'm actually working on an episode doing a villager breeding room. I don't know if that'll come out before this episode go live, because I literally just started. I've just dug the room out. But get this. So I'm like, I'm going to do this fancy intro. I go to record the intro, and then I realize OBS is messed up. We were talking about this before because Windows had an update. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I just barely started recording. I'll do it again. Whenever OBS messes up when I'm in Minecraft, I have to close Minecraft all the way down, because if I change a setting in OBS, the sounds just become extremely distorted. So I was like, ugh. So I have to close OBS down and then close Minecraft all the way down. And for me, Minecraft is a long process to get started back up. I don't know what it is about the new launcher, but it takes about a minute and a half, and it ramps my CPU to 100% usage whenever it's trying to load Minecraft.
Yeah, I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, and I just upgraded my CPU. It's good tier CPU. Anyways, I load everything back up. I get going. I record this intro. I got replay mod going so I can do some cool camera angles. I start time-lapsing me digging out this room. I finish, and then I realize Minecraft didn't load my skin. I was Steve the entire time.
Remember you saying that. That's hilarious.
Entire intro trashed. Yeah. I finally come back to make videos just for it to get all messed up.
You should have just left it in there to see if anyone would notice.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've done it.
I deleted all the footage. I was upset. I was like, you know what? Screw this.
Just be funny if you're like, whoops, I did this, Steve.
What I should have done was probably have someone record a voiceover for me, the exact same things I said, so then it would get even more confusing.
Oh, yeah. They really throw him for a loop.
Yeah, I did that with Decoy once in a Comicraft episode. That was fun.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's been my week and a half, because we're recording this like on a Tuesday. That's so late for us.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've been busy at work this week. I worked through the weekend, and there's shutdowns going down before Thanksgiving, so there's a bunch of stuff that we have to go fix. But on my off time, I haven't been playing Minecraft, sorry to say, but I have been playing a little bit of Raft.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife will sit down and play Raft. They updated it. It's been like a few months now, could be even longer than that, since they updated the game since the last time we played it. So we started a new world and have been playing Raft, and it's a good base building game as well. Not too sure if anyone's familiar with it, but you have your raft, you gather resources from the ocean, and you build up your raft, try to get everything you need on there. There's farming involved. That's always fun, and building.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of YouTubers play Raft.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty familiar with it. I know the update you're talking about. It's like a frozen update.
Yeah, there's one of the islands. I think we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Similar to Minecraft in that sense, but I know a lot of people that play Minecraft also like Raft.
Yeah.
Or survival games in general. Yeah, I'm mainly the one that does the building and the designing on the raft.
Mm-hmm.
My wife takes care of all the food and stuff we need. It's pretty cool. It's a good system.
Yeah, Raft looks fun. I'm excited to see what they do in the second one. I've never played it, though.
Yeah. It's one of those games like you have so much going on your raft that you have to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
Like food, you can't just carry around like so much. And it takes a lot of resources to get good food. You have to make food. You have to get your thirst up. And there's enemies you got to avoid. So there's always stuff to do, I feel like. As long as I'm playing, there's always something that can be done.
Yeah, I see that. Like, there are several things from Raft I hope never implements into Minecraft. And one of them is the food and thirst mechanics.
Yeah, the thirst thing, that's a big one. A lot of survival games have it, though.
Mm-hmm. Should we hop into the news?
Yeah.
We have multiple updates again during this show. Because today, 1.19.3.1 just went into pre-release. And I forgot what all was coming with that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. If everything goes as expected, this will release December 6th. So not that far away.
Oh, okay.
It listed a new, technical change that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's this sub predicate types. I don't know what any of this means. I know the big thing in this update was custom player heads could now also come with note block sounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the custom.
Yeah, so mine and your heads.
Yeah, you can make them have their own sound.
Could now also have, I think it has to come with a resource pack, though, or a data pack.
Yeah.
But there's several of these new entity sub predicate types. I don't know what any of this means. They just said add. It's like, okay. There's also a fill biome command.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that means. There was not a lot of description. And then there was a bunch of bugs fixes. But usually when the pre-release comes out, they list everything that's coming in that pre-release.
Yeah. Or in the pre-release when it comes out.
Yeah. And they didn't do that with this one. These notes, these are probably the worst notes I've seen Mojang do in a while. I don't know if maybe it was just kind of a rush job to go ahead and get done. Usually they're pretty good at least giving a brief description of what each segment does.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, we added this. And then they just listed what they added. I'm sure to some devs, this is fine. They know what it's talking about. But
is it added yet?
They said it's coming with pre-release 1, so.
Yeah, so it's coming.
Omni is asking, have you seen Winter's vid on the fill biome stuff? No, I haven't gotten any notification that anyone from Ripple Effect has put out a video.
I think I saw it, but I didn't get to watch it. That's what I was thinking of. I thought I heard about the fill biome stuff.
What the heck? I got no notification that was happening. Uses fill biome to make seasons.
That's right.
Well, daggone. I will have to look and find that out.
Yeah.
But I'd like to... I'm forgetting what parts of the Minecraft Live segment were 1.19.3 and we're 120. So we're getting the new spawn eggs. We're obviously getting the creative inventory. I remember that. game rules, feature flags, new default skins. So we're not getting any of the signs or bamboo or anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, they listed as experimental editions. I don't think they're coming with this. This is why I would prefer... I'm having to use the wiki, which is all like normal people doing it. That's why I like using Mojang's actual notes. And because I didn't have the last 5 notes put together going into this, it don't matter. I can look at last week's notes, and that's everything I talked about. So, oh, whatever. Okay. Let's move on to the snapshot that happened before the pre-release. We talked about this last time. The Piglins are going to drop their heads. And now we know how it's going to happen. It's Charged Creeper.
Yep. Same old.
Same old, same old. Zombified.
Mm-hmm.
Don't drop their head like that. Just Piglins. Which, again, I feel weird about.
I would say you'd have to take the Creeper to the Nether.
Yes.
Like, you're only going to have a split second for this Piglin to stay a Piglin and not zombified, so...
Oh, yeah, no. That's 100% the easy way. I just...
Mm-hmm.
Mojang does this thing where we're supposed to treat villagers with more respect, such as we can't put leads and stuff on them. But here we are blowing up piglins for heads.
Yeah, I see them more as a villager type instead of a mob type.
I do too. They can be violent, but I've seen them as more sentient. Is that the right word?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Words are hard.
No, it makes sense.
That's the way we're going to kill them. Putting the head on the block. The note block is going to do the piglin sounds. Oh, also, their ears will flop when you're wearing them and you're walking around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks cool.
Or when you give it a redstone signal.
Yep.
So it'll act just like the dragon's head.
It's pretty cool, but it's definitely going to make it more challenging to collect all those heads, especially the pig. I mean, if you're collecting.
It's really easy to find piglins in... I mean, if you create a charge creeper farm just for collecting heads...
I guess you could just send one to the Nether, right?
Yeah. I mean, what you would do is you just find a piglin, take off all your gold so it chases you, get it really close to the portal, put your gold back on so it stops chasing you, enclose it, bring a charge creeper through a portal.
And you would just have to lure them.
Yeah.
You don't really have to go in with it.
I would do it with a buddy. So you get the charge creeper through one portal while your buddy's in the Nether loading it already.
Yeah, so it doesn't despawn.
Uh-huh. And then, boom goes the dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad.
Yeah, that'd be the way.
But I want to talk about the big change.
Are you talking bookshelves?
Yeah. Everyone was pushing these note block sounds. Like that was the big part of this update.
Mm-hmm.
I could care less.
Yeah, same here.
Here's my thought on it. Yes, it's cool. And yes, this feels like a map makers update. Map makers are going to have a lot of fun with these things. Survival players, it will be interesting for a week.
Mm-hmm.
We saw this with the Deep Dark Skulk stuff. Everyone would put shriekers in people's base to scare them. And it was funny for a little bit of time, but now it's just whatever. Heck, the people I see run ancient cities now literally just sprint through the entire thing, grab what they can and leave. They don't even care if they spawn 5 wardens.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, major props to them, because I don't think I could do that. I'd be scared.
You'd have to keep moving, but it's just, you almost have to know your surroundings, though, and it's hard when it's that dark.
Yeah.
That was my trouble. It was just so dark to where I could probably outrun the thing, but if I don't know where I'm at, cannot see in front of me.
For me, I don't care about mob note sounds. Yeah, it's going to be cool, especially now that we can do some custom player stuff with data packs. Of course, I have the feeling we were going to have data pack stuff anyways, be able to change that. The fact that now, depending on where we click on the Chiseled Bookshelf, determines where the book goes. Oh, that's so sweet. I love this.
Yeah, you got 6 slots, and
yup.
Depending on where your cursor is, that's where it goes. It just doesn't go in the same slot right down the line.
Now, you can't choose what color book goes where. None of that stuff matters. Which, okay, I'm fine with that. I would prefer to be able to color coordinate books.
Mm-hmm.
But if I know, hey, my top rows are mending books, my bottom rows are blank books, that's fine with me. I'm okay with them being different colors on the texture.
Yeah.
The fact that we can choose how to place them makes it so good for building.
And it makes it to where these bookshelves actually look random, you know?
Yes.
Not so sequenced.
We should be, instead of random, varied.
Yeah, you can make them look different.
Mm-hmm. Which really will help if you have a wall of bookshelves. Like now, the whole premise is to use bookshelves and backwards looms to change the textures up, to vary the texture up a bit. Now you can have bookshelves, backward looms, and chiseled bookshelves with differentiating amount of books.
Or none.
So now you have multiple textures. Oh, it's going to be so good.
Yeah, multiple ways to customize it. So much better.
Yeah.
That was like my big gripe with the bookshelves.
Yeah, same here.
The fact that you put them in that line, I always thought was a cool thing to have a bookshelf like this that's different than the regular that you can store things in. And then to see them get put in like in a row like that, I was like, oh, that was a little upsetting. But I think they did a good job this time around. Yeah, I would like to see different colors as well, but yeah, this way's fine too.
Yeah, different colors was always like the bottom of my wish list when it came to chiseled bookshelves. Determining where I placed the books was the top, and that's the one that got resolved. So I'm okay losing colored books. I would rather them spend more time on other features we haven't seen yet than worry about the color of the books. Because right now, 120 is still not a great update in my book.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of stuff I like. I like just about everything we're getting.
You said in my book. Huh.
Yeah.
Anyways. Dad joke.
See, this is what happens. I was off work today, and I went and had lunch with my mom. And then I went over to my granny's house, where my little niece is. My niece just turned 1. I spent the entire afternoon playing with her. She's just now learned to crawl. So we were crawling all over the floor. So, of course, I have dad jokes in my back pocket.
Yeah, you're going to be throwing them out there now.
Yep.
Dad jokes, they'll come and just materialize out of nowhere. But yeah, I was thinking, like, most of my enchanted books, I'm probably not going to keep in these shelves. They might just be for looks. I might, like, hide some books in there somewhere. Maybe I shouldn't mention that live like this, but everyone's going to be looking at my bookshelves. But I don't know. I feel like all my enchanted ones I would like to keep together in a certain area and to reach through the bookshelves. I guess if you wanted one, instead of opening up a chest and grabbing it out of there, you could just right click and have it. So it would be quicker to use the bookshelves if you think about it. But you also need an empty hand.
Obviously saying it is great for hidden doors.
Right.
Yeah, I'm immediately thinking of the Batman door where they go up there and they pull a book out. Really, it's just pulling a book and then putting the book in another chiseled bookshelf in the correct placement to get the right redstone signal.
Right.
And you can use that to open a door.
Yeah, the redstone works pretty weird on it as of right now. I hope they mess with that. It depends. I guess whatever one of the slots you interacted with last, that's the signal you're going to get. It stays that signal. I just thought that was...
I think it's if you have all the slots still give the same redstone power. So depending on where your last book is in the slots. So if you have a book all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, I think that still gives max power.
Yeah, but if you have one in the left top one, you're going to get the least.
Yeah.
Even if that's the last one you take out, if you take that out, I think it'll be on 1, even though there's one in the 6th slot. I think it's the last one you interacted with.
I thought it would still keep whatever
book is in there. That's what I thought.
Huh. I will have to look at this.
Yeah, I was looking at the snapshot before we started recording, and I noticed that, and I was like, man, that's weird. I wish it didn't work like that, because, yeah. And if you could multiply the signal with as many books as in there, you get a bigger signal. Like a full chest of books will give you 6 plus 5 plus 4, 3, 2, 1. Add all that up, and you would get that signal. I thought that would make more sense.
I don't know. All I know is we can now tell where things go, and I like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some other changes that happened. So in the nether dimension, Enderman skeletons, Wither skeletons can now only spawn at light level 7 and below. It was 11 and below. This is so they kind of nerf portal farms. So you see a lot of farms having mobs spawn inside portals. So they get instantaneously transported to the other dimension.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I've never liked portal farms. It relies a lot on people not being in certain dimensions at a time.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
And portals have always caused a little bit of game lag as it is. So to reduce that, that's nice.
Yeah, there's been many times, it might have been the ripple effect, where you go through a portal and everyone in the world felt that lag.
Yeah.
From someone going in and out of a portal. I think it was early on during a new release.
Well, that was just because of all the unloaded terrain. But we had this problem on Comicraft where me and Bank would go through and clear unused portals. People would be trying to set up portals for the nether tunnels and they'd like miss and then they would just leave random portals out in the middle of nowhere. So every like month we would go through and we comb and get rid of unused portals.
Huh.
And that's one of the things we did to combat lag. Anyways, block of bamboo and block of stripped bamboo got new textures.
Mm-hmm.
The tops of them are now green instead of yellow. Still have the circular hole shaped pattern on top though.
Mm-hmm. Makes it look like the bamboo's actually hollow.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit hollow.
The bamboo plank texture has a new tiling pattern, so it's closer to the other plank variants.
Mm-hmm. And it's a nice, I don't know, I think it did better with the color.
Yeah.
So I could tell it doesn't seem as vibrant.
I'd say it felt like it had more of a contrast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the hue changed much, but the contrast felt darker.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And now blocks carried by Endermen will use loot tables to generate drops when killed. There wasn't much talk on that. I'm just assuming now, instead of giving Endermen an inventory, it's just giving Endermen a loot table, and depending on what item they pick up, they'll put that item in the loot table. That doesn't make much sense to me, because I don't want an Enderman to pick up a grass block and then randomly drop a melon block. Seems weird.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I mean, it's saying blocks carried by Endermen, so it's not going to be an Ender Pearl or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to wait for some more update videos to figure that out.
Yeah, I didn't see much about that.
Me either. Like, there's a couple things that I didn't get much on this past week. I'm going to go to the Spotify polls first. I say Spotify. We have a Spotify and a YouTube poll. And both polls had the same kind of winner. Carl put, which of our ideas would you like to include in this update? We talked about bundles, new chests, desert upgrade, banner patterns, custom shields, and different weapon types. This was a while ago for me and you.
Yeah.
I think this was like a month ago. It shows you just how long in between each episode there really is. But different weapon types won both polls, both YouTube and Spotify.
Right. And they won out of bundles, new chests, desert upgrade, banner patterns.
So in the Spotify, bundles was the least voted. So Spotify people, GG. But YouTube people put bundles as number 2.
Wow.
Granted, YouTube only had about 7 votes. YouTube's not our most active platform. So to get 29% of the votes, it probably meant it had 2 votes. And I'm pretty sure those 2 votes were just to annoy duds.
Maybe. Could be right.
Yeah. But one of our things was new chests. That was one of our ideas. And I actually have a listener comment from CaptanH, or CaptanH. In the last show, you talked about different colored chests and how about instead of deleting normal chests, you can just add a different wood color to make it like you normally would do. Okay, so if I wanted a birch chest, I would use all birch. If I wanted what the chest looked like now, I would do 7 birch, 1 oak, or 7 birch, 1 dark oak. I could just put one random piece of wood in there, and I would get the chest we are used to, which I really like that idea. So that way you're not getting rid of the ability to mix wood to create chests, but at the same time, if you want one of these special chests, it pays to have the correct type.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they would keep that texture as the oak chest, but if you think about it, it's nothing like oak.
Correct.
You know, it's pretty different. So yeah, I agree with that. Any combination, you could still get a chest out of it. Like you're not getting cheated out of your chest that you would get. So you still get that, but it's not the custom.
Exactly. It'll say what you're adding more without taking away anything. And I actually prefer the chest design we have now. That being said, I haven't seen any other ones that Mojang's come up with other than the stone chest. Do you ever see that stone chest?
No.
Concept art from the Deep Dark? Oh, it looked beautiful.
No, I didn't see it.
I was so upset.
I don't think.
Oh, it's good. I'll have to find it and send it to you. It shows that different kinds of chests have been on Mojang's menu for a bit, so.
We get people, I think, on Twitter that are putting out pictures of different wood types as chests. Those are looking really good.
There you go.
Hopefully it gets to Mojang. But yeah, we have another question here from Creeper. They asked, question, I started playing Minecraft around 10 years ago, but only 2 years ago I started playing Java. And I wonder how long have you been playing for? And if you have any experience in Bedrock. Thank you if you answer.
Too long.
Yeah, long time.
I'm actually going to go to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's a good reference.
So my YouTube channel was made well before I started making videos. It was actually a personal account.
Can you see where you started YouTube?
Yeah, I don't hide any of my videos. So all my really old stuff's still there. But now I cannot... I have to actually scroll all the way down because they don't have sorting for YouTube anymore.
Oh, they don't.
So my first YouTube video came out 6 years ago.
Mine was less.
And I was playing Minecraft for about 6 months before I made my first video. Funny coincidence, my second video came out before my first video because I had to re-upload the first video. I was doing admin stuff on Comicraft, so in the background you could see I had switched to creative mode to spawn in something that someone had lost. And yeah, I didn't want people going, cheats.
Yeah, I started, it says on mine 4 years ago, but I want to say coming up, I don't know, early next year would be 5. So not far away from 5. But I know I started playing Minecraft 3, maybe 4 years before that.
Both started, I think, during 1.8. Guardians had just come out when I started playing. And then the 1.9 update happened in the middle, I think, of me making the Comicraft series.
1.9 was what, the Elytra?
Yeah, during my first season of Comicraft, 1.9 came out.
Yeah.
So long.
Remember when Elytra came out? I think that's when I first started getting into it.
Elytra was so useless when they first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then people figured out the punch bow, which I could never do because I was on a controller. So I was just like, forget it. I never used the Elytra until basically we had boat launchers were the next iteration of flight. I would use the Elytra for the boat launcher because that got you really far. That got you a couple hundred blocks using one of those. But they lagged every server to death. They were horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those didn't last long. And then when we got rockets, you just never take the Elytra off the...
Yeah, that was just the way now. That was the way you got around.
And for the second part of the question, both Jimbo and I have Bedrock experience, but it wasn't called Bedrock at the time.
No, it's called Minecraft.
Well, I played Minecraft PlayStation 4 edition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine was Xbox edition.
I remember playing on the PlayStation 4, and then I built a computer to play Java Minecraft because I saw Java had different door types.
You're sold on the doors.
Yeah, the PlayStation 4 had an iron door and an oak door, and that was it. Those were your only door types.
Pretty lame.
I was like, what? There's more doors? Built a computer so I could play Java.
Yeah, I went to Walmart on Black Friday and bought one because I wanted to play on Java.
Yeah. I still have parts and pieces from my first computer I built.
I got mine. My wife used it. My first original gaming computer.
Nice.
She used it. We play rap, like I said earlier. But yeah, still in good shape.
I have so many leftover pieces that I could build another computer. I have my computer I'm using now. I have my backup computer, which usually runs the recordings when we have guests on.
Mm-hmm.
So it does a big recording file there. And then I have enough parts and pieces left over where I could build a third computer. I would just need to purchase more RAM.
Yeah.
I thought about turning the backup computer into a server because I save like all of my YouTube videos. The way I do it is I make a folder. Every clip, every song, everything that goes in a video gets saved in a folder. Push the folder to YouTube. I send the folder to a zip file and then put that zip file on a 10 gigabyte external hard drive. And that's my archive. And I thought about creating a server so I wouldn't have to do this expansion thing because it's not fast.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I'm throwing it in the live chat, Jimbo. Those are the stone chest concept art.
Oh, those are cool. Those look like something that might be from like Dungeons.
It really does. They're way more HD than I originally had seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to see if I can see the original drawing I saw. It looks like on Planet Minecraft, somebody has actually designed a data pack or a resource pack to make the stone chest. Oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. A lot more detail than normal chests.
Yeah, it's like almost as much detail as an ender chest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I'm realizing? You know what it looks like? I'll have to move these over, but
Face.
the corner pieces of the chest kind of look like the reinforced deep slate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you pointed it out.
Kind of looks like it.
Reinforced chest.
Yup.
Yeah, what would you put into a stone chest? What would be the point of having a stone chest over the other chests?
Well, these stone chests were to replace the chests in the ancient cities as it is now.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just want a variety of chests. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But those are the questions we had. Thank you for submitting those questions, and those comments can be found in our Discord. Speaking of the Discord, it's the only place where you can talk to everyone who works the show easily. Just take C3PO's word for it.
Hello, interwebs. I'm C3PO, a member of the Withering Effect Discord. A great place to talk to fellow like-minded Minecrafters and to get to know the people from the show. Sometimes there are even puppy pictures. Don't delay. Join the Discord today. Link is in the show notes. Toodaloo! Duds made me say that.
Thanks for the Discord ad, C3PO. And speaking of the Discord, it's the only place you can get involved in our Mending Minecraft vote. This week, we asked you to choose between one of 3 biomes for us to discuss and improve. Your choices were Stony Peaks, Dripstone Caves, and Crimson Forest.
And the winner of Mending Minecraft this week is... Stony Peaks.
Yeah.
Stony Peaks actually was a Caves and Cliffs Part 2.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone knew that. It might be the most recent one on here.
Well, Dripstones. Oh no, because it was Part 2. Dripstone was Part 1.
Yeah. I mean, those are pretty close. These are all kind of new, even Crimson.
Yeah.
But a few things on Stony Peaks before we get started. The Stony Peaks are a warm variation of both jagged peaks and frozen peaks biomes that generate when a mountain peak is in a region with lukewarm biomes such as savannas and jungles. It is mainly covered by stone with large strips of calcite and exposed ore. This would be a great place to get calcite. There's no trees or vegetation in this biome, and goats spawn in this biome, and because there's a chance of an outpost to spawn here, you may see some villagers. But that's about it for the Stony Peaks.
You mean pillagers?
What'd I say?
You said villagers.
Villagers, yeah. Yeah, watch out for pillagers.
See, I have to bring that up.
I don't believe there's no villages.
This is my first pick. My first fix, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Stony Peaks to win so bad because this is what I've been wanting since I saw the Caves and Cliffs update in the humongous mountains we've been getting. I want mountain villages. I want them really badly. I want to see like Himalayan style villages.
You see Himalayan?
Yeah. Have you seen pictures of Himalayan villages?
I don't think so. See, well, I keep thinking of like cabins in the mountains, but they do that already in the snowy biome. By the way, Stony Peaks does not have snow.
Yeah, which is kind of weird too. Himalayan villages are very colorful.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of banners hanging around.
Mm.
They're very pretty. So I was always wanting a mountain village that looked like that.
Yeah, just below the peak even.
Mm-hmm.
That would look really cool.
Yep. Another thing you were talking about was the fact that there's no greenery up there, no plants or anything.
Mm.
We should have some kind of evergreen shrub. We got azalea bushes, flowering azaleas, the dead bush, all that stuff. I like where that's going. So adding 1 or 2 more shrub type bushes. What's the stupid prickly berry bush? Is it just berry bush?
I think it's just berry bush.
Even if it's something like that, that just added another element of danger, like the tiniest bit, I'd be okay with. But to move away from flowers, we have so many flowers in the game. I know a lot of people love flowers, but shrubs, bushes is what I would like to see next instead of flowers.
Yeah, more greenery.
The one thing I wanted in this entire update above all, I shouldn't say update, in my fix. When I say update, I mean my fix, is like a 0.0000001% chance of spawning a Yeti. Ultra rare. I mean, I don't care if you make it like you have to be standing at this Y level on this coordinate and the moon has to be in this certain phase at this time of night to get the chance of a Yeti to spawn. I don't care if it's that kind of rare. but to have that in the game where you would have Yeti expeditions all the time, people climbing mountains and stuff, trying to find this Yeti, I think that would be so awesome.
Be like way more rare than a screaming goat.
Right. I mean, it's like Bigfoot for the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd almost have to put Bigfoot in there too.
Maybe.
Throw them both in. Yeah, well, I would like to see a Yeti. Would he be hostile?
I was thinking more of try to get away from.
Hmm.
So the Yeti would try to avoid you, but if for some reason you attack the Yeti, it would attack back.
Okay, that makes sense.
Kind of a more peaceful version of the Warden.
Mm-hmm.
So the Warden's constantly hunting you. The Yeti would be constantly trying to get away from you. And if you were to attack a Yeti who's trying to run, the Yeti would turn around and one-shot you like the Warden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be creepy, running from a Yeti.
You would chase it down, but you'd have to stay a certain distance. If you got too close, you'd make the Yeti mad, and it could attack. And if you got too far away, it would despawn. So I think it could be fun. Mojang's always talking about exploring and stuff, and I think little things like this are more fun to explore than a structure we can see 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Main topic. I asked the guys on Channel 64 for topic ideas because me being me, that's how I am. And they came out with a couple things, but they all had the same core. And I think AtomicDave said it best when it is a modded time of year. Maybe a discussion on how after Minecraft Live, we see a drop off in interest in vanilla and a heightened interest in modded.
Mm.
And I think that's a perfect response. Because think about it. Both you and I have talked about burnout and how we weren't creative anymore. A lot of guys I see who do vanilla content are now playing some modded content. And it is a secular, that's the word I'll never be able to say. Cyclable. I'm going to make one up.
Mm-hmm.
A cyclable kind of thing. And I think what kind of causes it is we see the new features and we could be hyped for the new features to the point where we don't want to go back to the old features. So to fill the time in between getting the new features, we go play a new modded. Maybe?
Possibly.
I'm not a modded player, but the one mod that I see constantly over and over again that will draw me into it at some point, if any mod can, it's the create mod.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
That mod looks so good. And
that I've never played.
Yeah, and the fact that you can just add it on its own and be fully content is insane. I saw that it's already updated to 119.2, which is also helpful.
Right.
As a lot of mods don't get past 1.8.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I know some of the peeps over on Channel 64 are playing with that. I've not decided if I want to join in the Create family. I think it's more of I need to get back into playing Minecraft in general before I start something like that again.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
But it looks so good. The thing is, I think what really helps is it feels vanilla while giving you a new experience. Mojang could at any point go, hey, we're just adding Create to Minecraft. And I think everyone would be like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not too many would be opposed to that.
No.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people on my YouTube. A bunch of different YouTubers are playing other modded types of games. I see that. I see, what's the Hunters? Dungeon Hunters?
Vault Hunters.
Vault Hunters.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's another big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see a lot of different Minecraft types being played.
That is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for me, I think it's just a lot of people trying to fill a gap of wanting new things. And the easiest way in the Minecraft world to get new things is the modded area.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many good mods out there, so yeah.
Yeah, there's pretty much everything that you're looking for. You know, if you want to customize the game up, there's probably something out there for you to help.
Aerington put out there, we could talk about the unique opportunities you've had because of Minecraft. Friends, people across the world, events, things we've learned that have translated into in real life skills. One, I think I have more international friends than I do local friends.
Yeah.
So I can say that. That's crazy. All because of Minecraft.
Yeah, I really enjoy talking and playing with the people on our servers. You know, not just Channel 64, but Ripple Effect also. We definitely met a lot of people doing all this, even with the podcast.
Yeah.
That even multiplies it. So
yeah, when you look at the podcast, public speaking was probably one of my worst subjects.
Same here.
I don't know if this counts as public speaking because I'm just talking to a computer screen. I'm not really doing it in front of anybody.
Yeah, there's no one in the room.
So, hey, my dog's here.
I probably wouldn't. That's the thing. I wouldn't let anyone in the room.
No. Oh,
to watch me do the podcast. Yeah, see, that would be public.
My roommate tried to hang out in my room as I was recording a clip. And I just kind of looked back. He's like, oh, no, you're fine. Go ahead and record. I go, no, we're not fine. Shoo.
I remember I was doing my outro in my base, and you and Carl were hiding in the background. And I wanted you to leave because I didn't want to do it with you guys there, but I ended up doing it anyway. But yeah, that felt like a public speaking type of deal. But it's funny, yeah, when we do the podcast, how it feels more natural.
Yeah.
I think it's because we've done it so many times. That helps.
Yeah, I've learned to recognize when I'm not enunciating as well.
Yes.
I try to fix that. Sometimes I just can't help it.
Try to help our punctuation.
Yes. Pauses to try to let someone else speak is another thing. Like, you don't understand like how important that is in a conversation until you put a delay in there.
Right.
So like in real life, of course, it also comes back to bite me in the foot because I've got a couple of people I work with who nonstop talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll wait for them to stop talking, and I include the delay in my wait time. So by the time I go to speak, they're already talking about something else again.
Mm.
I'm just like, ugh. It's like, okay, I'm just pull my phone out.
Now you gotta learn how to get back in there, get back in the conversation.
Yeah.
Cut them off quick. Yeah, I think it's definitely helped, even like in work and stuff. Talking to people a lot easier. I get along with people easier, and I think it is. Some of that is being part of a group, a server like that.
Yeah.
Like we're on in a podcast.
But another big, like, in real life skill, which I'm not using anymore, I used to do electrical repair work. I have no formal training in electrical components. I went for architectural technology, so I could draw blueprints and stuff like that. I wasn't into big design. I was more into I have design, I will transfer it to blueprint kind of stuff. But going into a decade of electrical engineering, I needed to learn circuits. And the guy who was mentoring me heard I was starting to play Minecraft. They just so happened to have kids that played Minecraft, and they knew all about redstone.
Mm.
And redstone very much mirrors electrical circuitry. There are differences and stuff, but the reason you can build a computer in Minecraft is because redstone mirrors electrical components, and they used Minecraft as a way to teach me a good bit of my electrical circuits. So
that's cool.
There we go. I learned redstone and electronics at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah, I guess that would be an easy way.
Still not great at either, but I'm dangerous.
Oh, yeah, maybe I know how to do all that electric engineering because I know a little bit of redstone.
You would be surprised if, like, I pointed at thing and I go, this does this. And you'd be like, huh? And then I would draw it on a piece of paper, and you're like, oh, that's an XOR circuit in Minecraft. And like, yeah, this diode's a repeater, and this capacitor also kind of works like a repeater.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like a repeater in Minecraft works like a diode in the fact that it lets signal come in one way and out one way, but not in the other way.
Yeah.
And then it acts like a capacitor at the same time, because a capacitor, we always refer to capacitors as mainly filters. But a capacitor charges up and dissipates all of its power at one time. So it's a real quick fluctuation. And that's kind of what a repeater does in the fact that it boosts the signal. There's better ways to say this. I don't want anyone with electrical engineering degree going, Dutch is wrong, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It was a very generic way of teaching me, but it was enough to where I went through a decade of repair work on these things and only had a couple things blow up on my face.
Yeah, I like to learn about that.
It was a very cool and interesting way that I had someone teach me a way that was fun and not strict. Here's a book, read the book.
Right.
Plus, there's no quasi-connectivity in electrical engineering. This is true. Unless you want to count when a spark jumps.
No, too inconsistent.
Yeah.
Unlike the quasi-connectivity.
This is true. But I want to say, like, you can do a circuit in Minecraft that works like a MOSFET I just can't remember it. I haven't done any of this in like 2 years now. Yeah, that's all I have. Is that all you have, Jimbo?
Yeah.
I think that's going to do it for today's show. Before I have Jimbo read us out, I want to say a huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the show. Our milk level patrons are aubni, Aerington, BoboPlaysGames, FragileRock, Funkyllama, KC Plays Games, Loki, Nathlech, viperoustuna. And if you would like to gain access to exclusive benefits and script change, exclusive benefits, and extra content each month, please consider joining at patreon.com/The Withering Effect.
And if you like the show, you can share it with all of your friends and on social media. If you listen on Spotify, rate and follow us so you never miss a future episode. Or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you'd like to get in contact with us, send an email to podcast@thewitheringeffect.com. Tweet us, join, or leave a voice message, or join our Discord where you can have a chat with everyone who works on the show and fellow listeners. All the links are in the show notes.
Man, you can tell it's been a while since we've read the scripts.
Yeah, mine wasn't even changed. It's still messed up.
This show's been brought to you by Jimbo and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it should be. And the amazing music you hear throughout the show is created by the one and only Decoy. Everyone's social media info can be found in the show notes. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for getting with us. Probably go drink your milk now. Bye.
See you guys. I think last year Carl did like a compilation of some of what we did from the year.
I think that's the main show. I don't think that counts half stacks.
No, it's just cool seeing that.
It is. Carl does such a good job.
Seeing the guests that we had on.
Oh, he's gonna make that the clip at the end of the episode now. I praised him too much. You, Carl.
That's going to go in the...
I offsetted it.
Yearly highlights.